Hi, this is Jack Rosen, Voter Engagement Specialist with the National Disability Rights Network. I want to express on behalf of everyone at NDRN how thrilled I am to be joining you today at the Rev Up the Vote Festival to celebrate National Disability Voter Registration Week. Today, I'm here to talk to you about the importance of all people with disabilities registering to vote. So without further ado, here are a few reasons why it is important to register to vote. Reason number one, because it is time for the services that benefit people with disabilities to be fully funded. Whether that is much needed services in education, like the ones I benefited from, whether it is making sure that everyone who needs one has access to a home care aide so that for medical or financial reasons they don't need to go into a nursing home. Whether it is making sure that our protection and advocacy system is fully funded so it can continue to protect and defend and advance the rights of people with disabilities. Reason number two that is important to register to vote. Because it is still legal to pay people with disabilities less than minimum wage. While legislation to fix that has passed in the House, it has stalled in the Senate. It is time for politicians to take the needs of people with disabilities seriously, and part of that starts with honest pay for honest work. Reason number three is important to register to vote. Because it is important for those of us who have not had our rights taken away to advocate on behalf of those who have. Countless people with disabilities, whether through a judge's order during a guardianship hearing, passing through the prison system, or other means, have had their right to vote taken away. It is incumbent upon those of us who have not to demand change through the ballot box so that all people with disabilities can enjoy their right to vote. And before I go, let me just take a second to shamelessly plug our new website, voterswithdisabilities.org. You can go to www.voterswithdisabilities.org to see and hear the stories of activists and everyday voters with disabilities who are fighting to make their voices heard. These are people fighting to change a system that too often casts off our needs and demands as luxuries. They are fighting for our rights not to be thought of in terms of feasibility or affordability, but in terms of rights that cannot be ignored. Because disability rights are human rights, and we are ready to fight for those rights at the ballot box, not just this November, but in every election. And in every election, up and down the ballot, from presidential to your senators, to governors, to who sits on your local school board. And that fight shall continue at the ballot box. Thank you for having me. On behalf of everyone at NDRN, I encourage you to take the first step in this fight and register to vote.